Today, we're rediving deep into the unbelievable story of how one woman conned her way into the highest echelons of New York society, leaving a trail of unpaid bills, broken promises, and baffled millionaires in her wake. So, she reinvented herself. Anna Sorokin became Anna Delvey, a name she claimed was her mother's maiden name. With this new identity came a new backstory: a wealthy German family, an art-collecting father, She talked about art with confidence, dropped names of influential people, and always seemed to be heading to or coming from some exclusive event. She even managed to get one hotel, 11 Howard, to store her belongings after she was kicked out, simply by promising a wire transfer that never arrived. But living in hotels was just the beginning. Anna's master plan was the Anna Delvey Foundation, or ADF. This was her magnum opus. A private members club, an art space she planned to house in the historic Church Missions House on Park Avenue South. It wasn't just a vague idea. She had detailed proposals, architectural plans, and a list of world-renowned artists she intended to feature. This is where the scam escalated from unpaid hotel bills to attempted grand larceny. They stayed at La Mamounia, one of the most luxurious and expensive hotels in the world, in a private riad that cost $7,000 a night. From the start, things were off. Anna's cards were mysteriously declined. She threw tantrums, blamed the hotel, and blamed her bank. But the bills kept piling up. The hotel staff grew increasingly insistent. Panicked and fearing they would be unable to leave Morocco, Rachel Williams was pressured by Anna into putting the entire $62,000 bill on her personal and corporate American Express cards. Anna promised to wire her the money the moment they got back. You can probably guess what happened next. The wire never came. Weeks turned into months of excuses, fake wire transfer confirmations, and emotional manipulation. Rachel was left with a debt greater than her annual salary, a traumatic experience she later detailed in her book, My Friend Anna. By the summer of 2017, Anna's world was rapidly unraveling. She was homeless, bouncing between hotels and friends' couches. The unpaid bills were catching up to her. She had scammed hotels, banks, restaurants, and private jet companies. Her friends were realizing the heiress they knew was a fraud. After being kicked out of multiple hotels and failing to pay for lunches and dinners, the police were finally involved. She was arrested in a sting operation orchestrated with the help of her former friend, Rachel. The Soho grifter, as the press dubbed her, was finally caught. Her trial in 2019 was a spectacle in itself. It became as much about fashion as it was about fraud. Anna reportedly worked with a stylist for her courtroom appearances, causing delays when she was unhappy with her outfits. To many, this seemed like another performance, another attempt to control her own narrative. Her defense attorney argued that Anna never intended to steal. He claimed she was simply buying time, fully intending to pay everyone back once her foundation was successful. She wasn't a criminal, he argued, but an ambitious entrepreneur who got in over her head. The prosecution, however, painted a very different picture. That of a calculated liar who preyed on the trust of others for her own personal gain. The jury's verdict was mixed. They found her guilty of several counts of grand larceny and theft of services, including the $100,000 bank overdraft and the unpaid hotel and restaurant bills. However, they acquitted her of the most serious charge, the attempted grand larceny of the $20-2 million loan from Fortress. They also acquitted her of stealing the $62,000 from her friend Rachel, a decision that shocked many. The jury reasoned that Rachel had willingly provided her card, making it a civil matter rather than a criminal one. In the end, Anna Sorokin was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison. She served a little under 4 years and was released in February 2021 for good behavior. But her freedom was short-lived. Just 6 weeks later, she was taken back into custody by ICE for overstaying her visa and has been in detention ever since, fighting deportation back to Germany. So, what's the legacy of Anna Delvey? Her story has been turned into a hit Netflix series, Inventing Anna, and numerous books and documentaries. She's become a strange kind of cultural icon, a symbol of, well, that's the complicated part. Is she a villain who exploited people's trust? Or is she a twisted folk hero, a Robin Hood for the Instagram age who exposed the superficiality and greed of the elite? The truth is probably somewhere in between. What Anna did was illegal and hurt real people. Rachel Williams was left with immense debt and emotional trauma. Businesses lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But her story also holds up a mirror to the society she infiltrated. She exposed a world where the appearance of wealth is often more important than actual wealth, where a European accent, designer clothes, and unwavering confidence can open doors that are sealed shut for others. She played the game of New York high society using their own rules, and for a while, she was winning. Her audacity is, frankly, on another level. Walking into a bank and asking for $22 million with nothing but confidence and fake papers is something straight out of a Hollywood movie. It forces us to ask, who are the real scammers? The girl who faked it till she almost made it, or the system that allows such vast wealth to be concentrated in the hands of a few, creating a world so obsessed with status that a character like Anna Delvey could even exist? Anna Sorokin's story is a modern-day fable, a cautionary tale about ambition, deception, and the dizzying allure of the 1%. It's a reminder that in the age of social media, where curated perfection is the norm, it's easier than ever to believe that what you see is what you get. But sometimes, behind the filter and the designer labels, there's just a girl from a normal town with a crazy, audacious, and ultimately criminal dream. What do you think? Was Anna a misunderstood genius, or just a common criminal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Her story is so wild, there's so much to unpack. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible true stories. See you in the next one.